If you are retired or living on a fixed income in 2026, the grocery store isn't just expensive, it is a minefield. Billion-dollar food conglomerates have engineered specific convenience traps designed to quietly siphon away your pension. They are counting on you to choose easy over smart, and they are banking on the fact that you won't notice the difference. We aren't talking about luxury items or fancy treats. We are talking about the boring, regular products, things you probably have in your kitchen at this very moment that are engineered to be convenient for you, sure, but extremely profitable for them. But today, we are exposing the 10 worst offenders hiding in your cart. The choice is simple. You can fund their record profits, or you can keep that money in your own pocket. Let's get into it. Number 10, pre-shredded cheese. Let's start with an easy one. That bag of pre-shredded cheddar sitting in your fridge right now. Most of us grab it out of habit. It's easy, it's resealable, and it saves you a bit of elbow grease. But look at the math. You are often paying a massive premium just so someone else can run that cheese across a grater for you. It is common to see an 8-ounce bag of shredded cheese priced close to, or even higher than, a full 1-pound block of the exact same cheese. Do the math on that. That means you could easily be paying 2 times more per pound for the shredded version than for the block. You are handing the store a 100% markup for a convenience that takes you less than 60 seconds to do yourself. And here is the dirty little secret. You aren't even getting pure cheese. Pre-shredded cheese usually includes anti-caking agents like potato starch and cellulose. Cellulose is derived from plant fiber, essentially wood pulp. Those additives are there to keep the shreds from clumping together in the bag, but they also mean a small part of what you are paying for isn't actually cheese. You thought you were buying pure dairy, you got cheese plus fillers. Now, let's be practical. I know who is watching this channel. I know many of you have hands that have seen a lifetime of hard work. This comes with an important exception. If you live with arthritis, hand weakness, mobility limits, or any condition that makes grating cheese painful or unsafe, then ignore the price tag. In your case, the convenience absolutely matters more than the extra cost. Your health and independence come first. Buying that bag isn't a waste of money for you. It is a tool that keeps you cooking. But for everyone else, if you can safely handle it, stop paying the convenience tax. Switching from bags to blocks can add up fast. Over a year, a household that buys multiple bags a week can easily spend hundreds of dollars more than if they bought blocks and shredded at home. If grating by hand is tough, but you still want to save, get yourself a small, inexpensive food processor. You toss in the block, pulse it a few times, and you've got a month's worth of shredded cheese in minutes. Store some in the fridge, freeze the rest, and from then on, you are pocketing the difference instead of gifting it to the grocery store. Number 9, salad kits. This one is a personal pet peeve of mine. Bagged salad kits look like a lifesaver. Everything pre-washed, chopped, and ready to go. You walk into the produce section, and there is a wall of colorful plastic bags promising you a Southwest Chop or a Caesar Supreme. It looks like a deal. It looks like an easy lunch. But take a closer look at the price tag. A typical kit gives you a small pouch of lettuce, a bit of shredded veg, some toppings, and a packet of dressing for the price of what a full head of lettuce and a few basic vegetables would cost. On a per-ounce basis, the kit can cost several times more than buying the ingredients separately. And let's talk about what you are actually buying. You aren't just paying extra for chopping. Pre-cut, bagged salads sit in warehouses, trucks, and back rooms before they ever make it to your fridge. Once vegetables are cut, they start losing their nutritional value immediately, especially delicate vitamins like vitamin C. After a few days in that sealed bag, you may be paying premium prices for produce that has already lost a noticeable chunk of its freshness and nutrition. We have all done it. You buy the bag, put it in the crisper, and 3 days later, half of it has turned into that brown, slimy mush at the bottom of the bag. You aren't just paying a premium, you are throwing half your money in the trash. Then there is the health trap. Many salad kits come with dressings loaded with sugar, cheap oils, and high levels of sodium. If you are watching your blood pressure, and let's be honest, at our age, we all should be, flip that bag over. One small packet can easily contain hundreds of milligrams of salt and more sugar than you'd expect in something marketed as healthy. In other words, you are paying extra for a product that is more expensive, often less nutritious, and sometimes less healthy than making a simple salad yourself. I hear the objection, but I live alone. If I buy a whole head of cabbage, it goes bad. Here is the fix. Buy whole vegetables: lettuce, carrots, cucumbers, cabbage. Wash them all at once, chop them, and store them in containers in the fridge. It might take 10 or 15 minutes one day a week, but that small effort can save you a few $100s a year. And here is an old kitchen trick. Put a dry paper towel in the container with your chopped lettuce. It wicks away the moisture that causes rot. You do that, and your greens stay crisp for weeks.
Number 8. Bottled iced tea and flavored water.
This one might be the quietest money leak in your entire cart. A single bottle of iced tea or flavored water looks inexpensive, just a couple of dollars. It feels like pocket change, but the numbers add up brutally over time. When you compare one bottle of brand name iced tea to what it costs to brew a pitcher of tea at home, the difference can be in the hundreds or even thousands of percent. Tea bags, tap water, and a bit of sugar or lemon are extremely cheap. When you buy that bottle, what you are really paying for is packaging, branding, and distribution. You are paying for the plastic bottle, the truck that drove it there, and the commercial you saw on TV. Flavored waters are no better. Many of them are just water, with a tiny bit of flavoring and no significant nutritional value. You could buy a lemon or a few slices of fruit, drop them into a reusable bottle, and flavor an entire day's worth of water for pennies. Instead, the bottled version sells you the illusion of special hydration at a massive markup.
Think about the habit. If you grab a $2 bottled drink every day on autopilot, that's well over $700 a year flowing out of your budget for something you could reproduce at home for a fraction of the cost.
If you are on a fixed income, that is not just a small leak. That is a major drain. That is a car repair bill. That is a month of groceries. The fix is simple. Buy a solid, reusable bottle. Brew tea at home, chill it, and take it with you. Add a slice of lemon, cucumber, or berries to your water instead of paying a company to do it for you. The taste is just as good, often better, and you keep hundreds of dollars instead of pouring them down the drain. Plus, let's think about the legacy we are leaving our grandkids. Every one of those plastic bottles ends up somewhere, and usually, it's a landfill.
Number 7. Pre-seasoned rice packets.
Those little packets of flavored rice look cheap, don't they? But ounce for ounce, they are one of the most expensive ways to buy grains. The packet may cost only a couple of dollars, but when you convert that price to cost per pound, you are often paying several times more than you would for a simple bag of plain rice. The seasoning that justifies the markup usually consists mostly of salt, cheap flavorings, and a few spices. Look at the nutrition label on many of these packets, and you will see the sodium number jump out at you. A single serving can come with a big portion of your recommended daily salt intake. For older adults, especially anyone dealing with high blood pressure, heart issues, or kidney problems, that extra sodium is not just expensive, it can be harmful. You are paying extra to hurt your own health. The key point is that making flavorful rice at home takes about the same amount of time as the packet. You still have to boil water, add rice, and let it cook. The only extra step is tossing in a little seasoning yourself: garlic powder, onion powder, bouillon, herbs, or a bit of broth. A small collection of basic spices can last months and transform plain rice, pasta, and beans into dozens of different dishes without the markup or the sodium overload. Buying rice and other grains in bulk is one of the most effective ways to stretch a grocery budget. A large bag of plain rice is incredibly cheap per serving. Once you switch from pre-seasoned packets to bulk grains, plus your own spices, you will pay far less and have more control over flavor and health.
Number 6. Pre-made smoothies and protein shakes. The bottled smoothie in the refrigerated case looks healthy and convenient. The price, $3 or $4, doesn't seem terrible for something marketed as a nutritious treat. But if you break down what is in it, you are often paying several times more than the cost of the ingredients: a banana, some frozen berries, a splash of juice or yogurt. Ready-to-drink protein shakes have the same problem. A single bottle can cost as much as 3 or 4 homemade shakes made from a tub of protein powder. You are paying a premium for the bottle, the brand, and the convenience of not having to wash a blender. Over the course of a year, anyone who drinks these regularly can end up spending hundreds or even $1,000 more than necessary. And honestly, many of these drinks aren't as healthy as they look. Some smoothies are loaded with sugar,
sometimes as much or more than a dessert. We are talking about liquid sugar that hits your system instantly. A lot of protein shakes use artificial sweeteners and other additives that some research has started to question, especially for older adults and people with existing health issues. But the solution is straightforward. A basic blender, some frozen fruit, and a tub of protein powder let you make your own smoothies and shakes at home in just a few minutes. You control how much sugar goes in, what kind of liquid you use, and which fruits you blend. The cost per drink drops dramatically, and you are no longer dependent on expensive bottles to get your daily smoothie fix.
Before we continue to the top 5, I want you to do something that costs you nothing but can protect your wallet. Take a second and hit the subscribe button. When you subscribe, you tell the platform to show you more content that helps you keep your money instead of giving it away. This is especially important if you are living on Social Security, a pension, disability benefits, or any fixed income. Here, we break down the tricks, traps, and fine print that quietly pull money out of older Americans' pockets, from grocery games to Medicare changes to scams that target seniors. Tap subscribe, turn on notifications, and then come right back, because the top 5 items on this list can save you even more. Number 5. Brand name cereal. Walk down the cereal aisle, and you will see 2 boxes that look almost identical. One from a big national brand with a mascot on the front, and one from the store brand that costs much less. Turn them over and compare the nutrition labels, and in many cases, the ingredients and nutrition are nearly the same. Yet the brand name box can cost twice as much. Here is the reality. In many cases, store brand cereals are produced by the same large manufacturers that make the name brand versions, or at least by similar facilities using similar recipes. It's the same factory, different box. But the name brand product has to pay for national advertising campaigns, fancy boxes, and cartoon characters. Those marketing costs get built into the price, and you are the one covering them. Taste tests over the years have repeatedly shown that most shoppers either can't tell the difference or don't care enough to justify the higher price. When you buy brand name cereal out of habit, what you are really paying for is the logo on the front of the box, not necessarily better quality in the bowl. You are paying a nostalgia tax because you remember the commercial from 40 years ago. If you eat cereal regularly, the extra few dollars per box add up month after month. For a single person, that can mean dozens of dollars a year. For a couple or a family, it's even more. Switching to the store brand for just a few staple cereals can quietly free up money you would never have thought to count. Number 4. Individually wrapped snacks. Single-serve snack packs, cookies, crackers, chips, are marketed as convenient, tidy, and perfect for lunches or when the grandkids visit. But you are paying a steep premium for those little wrappers. Compare the price per ounce of the individually packaged version to the big bag or family-size box, and you will often see that the single-serve option costs 50%, 100%, or even more per ounce. Over time, that price difference is huge. If you keep buying individually wrapped snacks every week because they are easy to toss into a bag, you may be spending hundreds of dollars more per year than you would if you bought the larger size and portioned them out yourself. There is also the waste. Every small bag or wrapper ends up in the trash. Multiply that by millions of households and billions of snacks, and you have a massive pile of plastic that can sit in landfills for generations. You are paying more and creating more waste, all for something you could replicate at home with a few reusable containers. The fix is simple and doesn't require changing what you eat. Buy the big box or family-size bag. Spend 10 minutes once a week dividing snacks into small containers or reusable bags. You still get grab-and-go convenience without the inflated price tag or the mountain of extra packaging. Number 3. Pre-cut fruit. This one is everywhere now. Clear plastic containers of sliced watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe, and mixed fruit. They look fresh and inviting, especially when you are tired or in a hurry. But if you check the price, you will see that pre-cut fruit often costs several times more per pound than the whole fruit sitting just a few feet away. A whole watermelon or pineapple is usually very cheap per pound. Once it is cut up and placed neatly in a container, the price can jump dramatically. You aren't paying for better fruit. You are paying for somebody with a knife and a plastic box. There is a nutritional angle too. Once fruit is cut, it starts losing some of its vitamin content, especially vitamin C, over time. It's called Oxidation. Fruit that has been sitting pre-cut in a display case for hours or days may look bright, but it is often not as nutritious as a fresh-cut piece from a whole fruit you sliced at home. Again, there is an important exception. I want to be clear about this. If you live with arthritis, vision problems, cataracts, or any condition that makes handling a big knife dangerous or difficult, pre-cut fruit may be worth the extra cost for your safety and independence. No savings are worth an injury. But if you can safely cut fruit yourself, the 5 minutes it takes to slice a melon or pineapple can save you a lot of money over a year. Plus, there is a satisfaction in thumping a melon, picking a good one, and slicing it yourself that a plastic box just can't match. Number 2. Pre-made deli sandwiches. The deli case is full of ready-to-eat sandwiches that look convenient and tasty. The price, $7, $8, sometimes $9, feels similar to what you'd pay at a cafe. But remember, you aren't at a cafe. You are at a grocery store. If you break down the ingredients, most of that cost is pure markup. 2 slices of bread, a few slices of deli meat and cheese, a leaf of lettuce, a slice of tomato, and a smear of mayo simply don't cost much when you buy them in bulk and assemble them at home. The raw ingredients for a basic sandwich are often well under $2, even with decent bread and quality fillings. The rest of the deli price is labor, packaging, and profit. There is also freshness to consider. Pre-made sandwiches can sit in a cooler for many hours. The bread dries out or gets soggy from the tomato. The lettuce wilts. Condiments soak into the bread. In some cases, these items are prepared well in advance just to fill the case and reduce waste on ingredients approaching their sell-by date. You pay a restaurant-level price for something that may be far from freshly made. If you buy a few deli sandwiches every week because it feels easier, the cost stacks up surprisingly fast across a year. On the other hand, buying a loaf of bread, some meat, cheese, and basic toppings lets you make sandwiches in about 2 minutes at home. You can prepare them the night before, keep them simple, and still save a significant amount of money while getting fresher food. It's a laziness tax, plain and simple. Number 1. Bottled water. This is the biggest grocery ripoff in America, and it is not even close. When you buy handled cases of bottled water every week, you are paying an enormous markup for a product you often already have at home for almost nothing. Tap water in most areas of the United States is extremely cheap per gallon. So cheap, in fact, that people rarely think about it. Bottled water, on the other hand, can cost dollars per gallon once you do the math on price per bottle and number of bottles in a case. That means you can end up paying hundreds or even tens of thousands of % more for bottled water than for the same volume from your tap. Here is the twist. A large share of bottled water is actually just filtered or treated municipal water, the same basic source that supplies your home. You aren't buying magic spring water from a glacier. You are often buying repackaged tap water with a pretty label on it. And to make matters worse, research has found that bottled water can contain large numbers of microscopic plastic particles from the bottle and cap. Those tiny pieces of plastic don't just vanish. They can end up inside your body over time. Now let's be clear about the exceptions. If you're a long-haul trucker on the road for days, if you're a traveling family with kids in the backseat on a cross-country drive, if you're facing a natural disaster or living somewhere with genuinely contaminated water, bottled water makes complete sense. This isn't about judging people who genuinely need it. What we are talking about is the routine habit of buying cases of bottled water every week when you have drinkable water running out of the tap at home. If you buy a case every week, the yearly cost can easily reach a few $100s per person. Stretch that over 10 years, and you are talking about thousands of dollars spent on something you already pay for through your water bill. There is a simple alternative that protects both your wallet and your health. Buy a good water filter, a pitcher, a faucet-mounted filter, or an under-sink system, plus a reusable bottle. The upfront cost is modest, and filters typically last for months before needing replacement. Once you switch to filtered tap water at home, your yearly cost drops dramatically, and you avoid the endless stream of plastic bottles. Put it all together, and you see the pattern. Convenience and marketing for you, big margins for them. If you are buying most of these regularly, it is easy to lose thousands of dollars a year without ever feeling like you are splurging.
For someone living on a fixed income, that can be the difference between staying ahead of the bills or sliding into debt.
The good news is that every item on this list has a simple, cheaper alternative that doesn't require extreme couponing or dramatic lifestyle changes, just small decisions made consistently. If this opened your eyes, don't let it stop at awareness. Take a few minutes before your next shopping trip to decide which of these items you are going to cut first. Swap the bagged salad for a head of lettuce, the case of water for a filter, the deli sandwich for a homemade one, or the bottled tea for a pitcher in your fridge. Then, if this helped you, subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with someone you know who is on a fixed income and struggling with grocery prices. Every dollar you don't waste is a dollar that stays in your pocket. This is EconoNova. Stay sharp.